All right, folks. Welcome to the Abundant Will podcast, episode 9. Um, it's been quite a busy week. A lot going on, a lot of updates and things like that. I don't really have a specific topic, but I got a couple things that I want to talk about and a couple updates with me and what's going on that I'd like to go over with you guys. But before I say that, I just kind of want to throw this out there again so everybody understands, like, where I'm coming from and things like that. But I started this podcast because um, I know that there's probably people going through organ transplants or addiction or anything like that. One of the first episodes that I did, I told you guys, like, my goals and what my definition of, or what I would perceive as abundance for my life, and what I what I would like as abundance, and that is, obviously, getting the transplant, moving to Kentucky and traveling and things like that. And I started this because I know that this stuff works, like, spiritual enlightenment and the manifesting and the things like that. I know that the stuff works. I know it 100% for a fact, and that's why I wanted to start it, because I just wanted to tell you guys, and so, like, as we go along, I could prove to you how we could create our own reality, and we could do it together, and and we can live abundantly. So that I just wanted to kind of say that I'm no expert either. I'm human just like everybody else, and every day all I'm trying to do is be the absolute best version of myself that I could possibly be. And that to me is just being filled with light and love and truth, and helping others and things like that. So that's the point. I mean, I'm right here with you. We're in this together, basically, and I'm happy about that. I think that's pretty cool. And eventually, as we get going and stuff, and I'm confident I'll have 50 subscribers pretty soon. I only got 9 more to go, and then we could go live, and other people, if they, as people start to see this, or maybe the story catches on a little bit, something like that. But then people could share their stories and their triumphs, and you know what they made it through and things like that. So I'm kind of I'm really excited about this, and I'm curious to see you know what happens with it, and I think it'll be fun. So with that being said, let's get into it. So a couple of updates. I think the last episode I did, I told you guys that I was supposed to go to the hospital and get some blood work done by 10/22, which is Wednesday of last week. So I went. I went to the hospital. I got the blood work done. I didn't hear anything Wednesday, but I know Wednesday is when the doctors meet. So I don't think I heard anything Thursday. And then Friday, I got a call from Sophie, and Sophie is my transplant coordinator. She's basically, if I have any questions or any concerns, or vice versa, is there something like if they need me to do blood work or whatever, um, she gets a hold of me and I get a hold of her. So she got a hold of me Friday afternoon at like 3:30, and she said that they found a match. It's a pretty good match, and that if I wanted to move forward, I said sure, and but then she said, okay, but I do have to let you know that I I'm not 100% sure if this is exactly how it works out, or if this is it, but this is my understanding of it thus far until I meet with the doctor. But she said that I guess this person who's donating has like a TB marker in their blood, which is tuberculosis, and I guess if they transplant it, I possibly could get it. I probably can't get it, or it's up. It's every case is different. You might get it, you might not. Everybody's different. Um, but that's what she said, and so I started like looking it up because I was thinking, I was like, well, that's kind of weird, because she told me that they wanted me to meet with an infectious disease doctor before they set up the actual date for transplant. And I'm like, infectious disease? Yeah, for the TB. And so I got off. I said, okay, just set me up with the doctor and let him explain it to me, pretty much. But just like looking it up on the internet, from what I can understand, I guess the first thing it says is like, if you have tuberculosis, that you can't even donate an organ, or anything like that. So I know the person doesn't have tuberculosis, so I think it's just like a marker in their blood where, I don't know, maybe they might potentially get it or something like that. I'm not I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. This is just my brief little understanding from what little that I've done. But um I have the appointment with the infectious disease doctor on the 4th, which I think is this coming Tuesday. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like really kind of hit me yet, you know. I think I'm still like in shock a little bit. Um I can't believe it, man. I mean, I'm just eternally grateful. I'm just so thankful. I mean, looking back at it, I mean, this happened pretty quick. I mean, I found out in January that I needed a kidney transplant, and it's it'll be November 4th. I mean, if everything goes well, and it's okay, and I don't have a problem with whatever's going on with the tuberculosis stuff, um, and I say, yeah, let's transplant it, I don't think it'll be too long after that. So I mean, from January to November, that's less than a year, so that's pretty good. And I'm grateful, man. And just you know, hearing that news Friday, it just got me thinking. And I was thinking back about, like, when I was little and I had to go through this with a liver and a kidney. And just all the it was a lot of trauma, man. I mean, it was a lot of trauma. Um a lot of poking and stuff like that, and I was just always so angry. And it was just bad. And I didn't know how to I don't know, communicate how I was feeling, man. I was young. I was a kid. I just didn't know. But just thinking about it, and just thinking about, like, all the shit that I've been through. And the whole entire thing is like, darkness versus light. And I spent a lot of time in the darkness, man. And I just I'm not even, like, upset about it. I'm almost kind of grateful. It's so weird. It's kind of like, sometimes, like, when you're going through stuff, you think it's like the worst thing ever that could happen to you. And you're just wondering why. And you're angry and this, that, and the next thing. But I mean, looking back, like, if as I sit here and I look back and I, like, think about everything that I've been through, it's like, man, sometimes you could think, like, it's the worst thing that could happen to you, and it turns out like it's been the best. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's like, some predestined thing or whatever. If I had to go through all that shit to, I don't know, be where I'm at today. But I'm very grateful that I am at where I'm at today. And I'm very, very grateful that I found, this kind of lifestyle. And it's just a different way of, like, dealing with stuff, man. I mean, I think, like, before, the best way I could describe it is, like, all I would do was react to everything. Everybody would piss me off. I mean, it was just ridiculous. But reading and trying to gain spiritual enlightenment and working on myself and things like that. I mean, I am so glad that I decided to do it when I did it, because I don't think that if I'd have got this news back in January, like, that, hey, you're sick, you're gonna need another kidney again, and I wasn't down, like, some kind of path like this, man, I'd probably lose my mind. I don't think things would have went well at all. So I'm feeling very, very grateful just for everything in general. I mean, this I can't believe that I have to that I'm gonna have another transplant again. I mean, when this is all said and done, I'll have new liver in my uh, body and four kidneys. Four. Where are they even gonna put it? You know what I mean? It's just, it's wild, man. But I am grateful, and I'm thoroughly convinced. I mean, I have to be here for some kind of reason, for some purpose of something, because, I mean, it seems like life's been trying to get rid of me since I was born, but I don't know. But anyway, a couple other things I just kind of wanted to talk about um, is like the importance in doing for others. I don't think we talk about it enough and things like that. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy or, I'm not talking like money all the time or anything like that, but just, it, when you do for others, man, I'm telling you, it's one of the best feelings in the world. And anytime that I'm focused on helping somebody else, uh, I don't have to worry about what I got going on because I know it's just so weird. I know everything's gonna work out perfectly or even better than what I had planned. So I kind of just sit back and do my thing, and I take my little action steps, when I want to and when I think it's necessary. But other than that, I kind of just, you know, let the universe kind of show me things, and it just blows me away every time. So I mean, um, as far as like doing for others, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It could just be like opening the door for someone walking in the gas station, or just let the guy go in front of you when you're driving down the highway. You know, all that kind of stuff. It's little things like that, man. That's what we got to start building on, especially if like we're like just getting into this kind of stuff, or spiritual enlightenment, or just trying to be a better person. You have to start with like the little habits, and kind of like build off of that. And I was Jill plays at church here. She plays the organ every Sunday. um I think she does it because I feel, I know she loves music and she likes to do it, but it's also that her uncle, I think her uncle like bought and paid for the organ that's in the church. He also played the organ for however, whatever, many years or whatever, and so did her grandma. So I think she kind of feels like a little bit of an obligation. But anyway, um, I was uh, I was there Sunday, and the guy who was preaching, he was talking about how easy it is to hate. How easy it is to um, you know hate or treat somebody bad, or talk bad about somebody, especially like when you're in group settings, because who wants to be the guy who stands up and says something right and stands up with principles and things like that. But one of the I've heard him preach before, and I love him, and we go on ASP with him all the time. He's a great dude. But one of his challenges to everybody is to see if you could get through the day without saying one negative thing about anybody or anything. You know, and he says, like, just pick a day. I mean, you got to try and do it every day, but yeah, like I said, we're all human. You know what I mean? But yeah. So just it's just little stuff like that, and it's the little things that matter. Um, like I said, another thing here, just to kind of show you guys, I know this works, okay, and it's not exactly how it come how it works out. But it'll work out. You know what I mean? Like it'll work out however it's going to work out, and whatever you're trying to have work out will work out. Um, better than what you have planned. So just to kind of prove that when you're writing down your goals and you're reading them out loud a couple times a day, and you're saying your affirmations and you're staying consistent and militant and stuff like that, this is kind of stuff. So I got goals here on my one of my note lists, and one of my goals was, and I wrote this January, probably maybe February, I think. Um, have a kidney transplant by October. Now, is it going to happen by October? No, but it sounds like it's going to happen shortly after. You know what I mean? So write down your goals, write down your affirmations, read them, uh, especially before you go to bed. To start reprogramming your subconscious and things like that. And I understand that I'm kind of rambling here, but like I said, I really didn't have a topic. It's been a busy week. The washer. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the washer and dryer. Oh well, the dryer broke, and we had to go get a new one. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, oh man, I don't want to get a new washer and dryer. I mean, that's gonna cost money, yada yada yada. But it's just funny how stuff works out. And so we ended up getting a brand new washer and a brand new dryer. And Jill was like, "Oh my, we have so much laundry because like I'm working 610. She's got a bunch of crap going on at work, and Kyla is in and out of the house just." 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there. She's got a ball game, this, that, and the next thing. So there was like, we just had stacks and stacks of laundry. And she was like, oh my God, it's going to take forever. I think we put 3 loads in and we were done. And I was like, "Oh my god, we should have done this. We should have done this a long time ago. You could fit so much in those in the new ones. I had no idea. I haven't even been paying attention or looked, and it's just one of those funny things where you're like, oh shit, I don't want to spend, but it ended up working out. I mean, we have to wait until the laundry's like piled up to throw even a load in now. But yeah, it's just cool stuff like that. I just I all I could really come up with, right? Like I said, I'm sorry. I know this is probably a shitty episode and I'm rambling and things like that, but I feel like I'm still in shock and awe. I just I'm very grateful that I got the call, that I could, it sounds like sounds like everything's gonna work out, and I'm gonna have a transplant pretty soon. And I can't wait, man. I just can't wait. I can't wait to get back to living life a little bit. You know what I mean? Because the last year it's just been a regiment of work and dialysis. Work, dialysis. Uh, I have to leave work early because I have to go and hook up so I have enough time on dialysis. It's just, but everything is all good. I'm just, I'm thoroughly grateful, eternally grateful. Um, I could be patient a little, couple more weeks, maybe, if that. We'll see. Because I did talk to Sophie today too, and she said as soon as you're done talking to the infectious disease doctor, go ahead and give me a call and let me know what you think, if you want to go through with it or what. And I said, all right, I'll call you as soon as I'm done, because I think my appointment's at 8:40. So if I'm out of there by 9:20, I'll be calling you at 9:22. So yeah, just I'm thoroughly grateful. I'm grateful for everybody who's been following along thus far. Thank you very much for your support. I appreciate it. Um, share this with people that you know and you love, or anybody who might be going through an organ transplant, a sickness, any kind of medical anything, or addiction or whatever. um, I'd appreciate it. Trying to build a community here, man, where we just look out for one of each other, and help each other out, and bring light and love to the world. Because dude, that's all that matters, man. It is, and it's the only time that I feel, I guess, whole, man, is when I just when my heart is filled with love, and I just have patience and understanding for everybody and everything, and I don't let people get me upset. Everybody's at their own pace and their own time, and you know things like that. So um, I'm working 610s now, so I'll probably will do episodes on Sunday or Tuesdays. Okay. I apologize for ranting and shit. I wanted to share the news. I didn't really have a solid topic, because I wanted to give you guys the update, but I still kind of wanted to talk a little bit about stuff. So um, either way, I hope somebody got something out of it. And I will probably put another episode out, like I said, Sunday, and then Tuesday. I guess I'll let you guys know what happens on Tuesday. So thanks very much, and I hope everybody has a positive and good rest of the week. And I hope everybody gets as good news as I got last week. I hope everybody gets some kind of good news or something, this week. All right. So let's manifest our abundance, and love for one another, and bring light and truth to the world together. All right. And I'll see you guys in a couple days. Thanks.